Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Kaiserreich on the Hearts of 4 engine. This has been the ongoing game. Now, I just noticed, don't know what's going on specifically, but La Plata has allowed Paraguay, Uruguay, which those two, of course, I've heard of, but I've never heard of, what's this, Paratini before, to break away. I presume that's a Portuguese-based language grouping, don't know. So,
Ihre Befehle?
You attack into La Paz, you attack into... No, actually, no, don't attack into La Paz. You attack into here, and you attack into there, so we hit that province from two things. Oh, did they peace with Brazil? That could be. Yep, but they're still at war with La Plata, it seems like, so we'll finish that off. Okay, so that would make sense. Brazilian transitional government. Okay, you're right there. Okay, how many days till we can go at this? Okay, just like 6 more or so. All right. Let's get ready for the next. So, let's keep going here. As soon as we can, we're going to smash into the Queen. Where's Diedel's troops? Oh, here they are. They're coming. Them I'm going to use up in here, I think. These guys, Henrices or whatever, we're going to drive towards Beijing, take their capital. Okay. So we can go to war. Let's we've gotten a lot of these guys building, get good coverage. What are we doing with ports? Yeah, I want to just do that. A little better supply. And I'm also a little worried about infrastructure here. Probably a little under. It takes a bit longer, but we'll see about doing that. Oh. Pause. Base strike. Okay, so we've got that basically done. Carrier primacy. Yes, we will get Diedel up to here. Well. There we go with that. Get them up to there. Let's give these forces to... Oh, well, let's first move the Tito to here. And then these guys to Tito. There we go. Probably gonna fail miserably there, but still want to give it a shot. Air superiority, yeah, let's go with that. Just don't have more forces that I want to give to this, because I could have done up to 6 right now. To change that, and I really not enough to change the outcome there.
Achtung!
Okay, that's good. So just in case I'm doing something stupid crazy, let's save this game. And then let's declare war, conquer, spend. Well, maybe you should have.
Bereit. Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle!
Attack across that river. Here, well, slow this down even more. No, I said slow down, not go over that. Zum Ausrücken. Zurück. Ihre Befehle? Oh good, that's
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
what I wanted with these guys is to attack. Oh, pause.
Ihre Befehle?
I want to attack with everybody. I want to attack with a lot of people.
Angetreten.
Okay, good.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Zuhören. Angetreten. Greift weiter an. Achtung! Befehle! Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Let's look quickly at our mountain forces. Are they just too weak? I forget. Quite honestly, jumping back and forth between games. So that'll help them out a bit. Okay, well, now that they've stopped that attack,
Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle.
select all, drive out from here, there, no, funky.
Zuhören. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Achtung. Angetreten. Befehle? Zuhören. Ausrücken.
Keep them pinned. Okay, decryption frequency analysis improved. Good. We get a better idea of what's going on with our enemies. Okay, everybody's coming back from the colonies because we're now at war, or not colonies, but other wars.
Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle? Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Bereit.
Support that attack.
Achtung.
You support that attack. Other ace pilot. Okay, well, that attack didn't work out as well as I hoped.
Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
There we go.
Ihre Befehle? Bereit. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören. Zuhören.
Okay. Let's do economic boom.
Bereit? Ihre Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Okay, lodging in Malaga. Create a new joint. Okay, hold on. Let's see. The island of Madagascar has been under our rule for several decades, and it is an untapped resource of rare timbers like ebony and several varieties of rosewood. Because these sources have not been exploited, several industrialists and members of the colonial government have proposed that we establish a joint stock company with the authority over the timber industry on the island, should we decree the establishment of the stock company. Okay, let's see. Political power. Units of support equipment is added to the national stockpile, so it means you take away 300, leave it alone. I don't have Darkest Hour, so yeah, not here, at least not yet. I'm trying not to become cut off. I'm going to leave industry alone, I think. Okay, so our volunteer forces have returned to Laos. Here we are.
Ihre Befehle.
Hey, good spot for them.
Ausrücken.
Yeah, so far not cut off, thankfully. Oh, pause.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören.
See, I just don't get sick of this AI, so
Angetreten.
it's constantly shifting forces around. I know that's the idea of it, but
Ausrücken. Befehle.
well, let's take all of, not these, all of these guys and attack there. We can concentrate the attack here.
Bereit zum
And you come
Ausrücken.
up to there. So why aren't you moving into here? Into here.
Ausrücken.
Our African colonial forces, which are doing okay.
Angetreten.
You support this attack. They're doing okay up in here. And
Zeigt es ihnen.
okay, let's also this guy.
Angetreten.
Crash all of these orders. Goodbye.
Zuhören. Achtung. Ihre Befehle. Bereit. Ihre Befehle.
You attack there. See, we do so much better now that we have total control here.
Befehle.
Oh, should have started the company. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't gotten a Darkest Hour yet. It's not a particular dislike or anything of it.
Befehle! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Befehle!
Okay, we need to prepare some more reinforcements. Basically these guys. These guys immediately. We're more powerful than the Queen, clearly, no dispute that. But it's local powers we're not overly powerful with. There we go. That's a much better breaking out. Setting up.
Angetreten. Zuhören. Zuhören.
Oh, come on, peoples. Got all these forces.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
And we're up here already. Okay.
Angetreten.
Well, let's give these to Liz. Oh, Lieb. That's right. This is Lieb.
Angetreten. Angetreten.
Yes, we're about ready to be cut off here. Okay. Take these motorized troops here. Come on.
Bereit.
Drive back there. You're faster than they are. These guys.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Here are some troops back here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle. Ihre Befehle.
Okay, good. We blocked that. Being cut off.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören. Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten. Befehle.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to more manual control. I just do better with that. At least I think it's better.
Ihre Befehle. Achtung. Ausrücken. Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Zuhören! Befehle! Befehle!
Okay, you guys need to fall back to there so you don't get cut off. Okay, let me see if I can get this. Exmir Koborgo? Hello. Hello, you viewers in Italy. Good to see you. We are battling here against the Qing. Start moving up there. Come into there. There we go. Well, we didn't quite pocket them like I'd hoped, but... Oh no, I'm on the wrong guys. You guys, these guys here.
Angetreten.
There we go. We're moving better there now. Okay, and we've got this here. You militia types, you come here. You come here. Guard that. You. You go there. You come here. And you as well. So we can clean up some of the rear areas. And you attack across the river there. You guys move back into there. Okay, these. Okay, we're gonna cancel all these orders. I'm going back to. Well, good to hear that. Yeah, I'm still very much love the future of Hearts of Iron 4. Okay, see now we're doing much better. At least I think so. Counterattack. You guys go there. You guys come up to here. Oh, we can build more stuff. Cool. That's no problem. I hope you can understand me well enough. I'll just call you Exmir. A little shorter of a name. Oh, pause this. Okay. Not to be paused. Okay, let's see. Maintenance company, that will help. Yeah. some more air power here.
Ihre Befehle. Zuhören. Ausrücken. Zuhören.
Okay, good. These guys here can move this way. You guys come this way. Go around past Michnya.
Ihre Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung. Achtung. Bereit. Achtung.
These guys and these guys come this way
Bereit.
with the support of these guys. Much better than the AI. Much better. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's see. Italy. Okay, well, let's well, we can't, well, we can modify it. Let's see. We're currently sending this to them. So we'll send that, and we'll request forces. Request control over 0. Okay. 4. We'll see what we get for that. And we got those. Okay. Well, let's get on trains and come down here. There we go. Good idea.
Angetreten. Bereit. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung. Angetreten. Achtung.
We need to be aggressive here.
Zuhören. Angetreten.
How are we doing up here? Good, good. Okay.
Ihre Befehle.
Motorized forces, you head that way. Ah, the Greeks look like they've come into support.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle. Ausrücken.
Oh, actually, I want to move that. These guys here.
Bereit. Angetreten. Achtung.
See what happens when you're aggressive? Go to this damn AI bouncing around, shifting forces back and forth to everywhere. Okay, now that you're here, you come up to there, and you continue to pursue that way. Okay, Syndicalist sympathizers want to return home. Now that their war has been lost, the international divisions formed from our volunteers are trying to return to their homes. Many still have their arms, and all survivors are battle-hardened, indoctrinated syndicalists. However, if we prohibit them from entering over our borders, we should be able to keep them. We should be able to keep them away without a big scandal. But we might risk them turning against us if we ever come to blows with the internationalists. They'll have to serve their terms in the hairs. They can return to their families, close the borders. Well, I would like to hear, and I'm going to wait a little bit for your views on this. I sort of already have mine. I don't know what the best option is. Serve their term in the hairs, get manpower, army experience, cost political power, cost a little bit of political power. We have 100, or close the borders. What do you guys think? There, okay, send them into the army. That's a good option. Okay. Hello, Therma Mazing Brindini? Sorry, I'm butchering your name. Okay, I get the cheap lies on the Ostfront. But might they spread their rabid syndicalist filth amongst our otherwise loyal soldiers? I get the idea of sending them to the meat grinder. And you have a good option there, but well, manpower isn't super high. But we could change that. We're going to close the borders to them. I'm not letting those guys back in. They were supposed to die off already in the last war. You support that attack. Push up that way. Oh, you're retreating. You move forward. You move up this way.
Ihre Befehle?
Yeah, well, I'd rather have a few enemy than a few enemy fighting against me than a large number of traitors within my army. I may be overthinking this, but that's what. If I were a sneaky modder who was trying to mess with people, that's what I would be doing. See how much better I'm doing without the damn AI.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung!
One Marine division there.
Bereit.
3 minutes.
Bereit zum
That
Ausrücken.
militia down that way, just to sort of pin these guys. And yes, I expect them to join some syndicalist, anti-monarchist, force faction somewhere. Okay, well now that we've taken that, you guys jump in on that, and you jump in on that.
Bereit zum
Come
Ausrücken.
across the river up to there.
Achtung! Zuhören!
Okay, good.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Bereit! Ausrücken! Achtung! Zuhören!
We go after Dolly. Is there Dollywood out there? Yeah, unarmed meat shield, but that doesn't really work, not in reality.
Zuhören! Befehle? Zuhören! Achtung! Befehle?
Yeah, being brutal to your soldiers can work. Stalin obviously shows us that,
Zuhören!
but it can also backfire on you. See what happened to the Tsarist army.
Bereit?
Okay, you guys got to get across that river there.
Ausrücken!
You guys attack into the
Ausrücken!
city, supported by you.
Ausrücken!
You attack to delay there. You
Zuhören!
occupy here. You attack there, and you attack there. And you move up to there.
Ausrücken!
And you
Zuhören!
attack there just to mess with them a bit.
Befehle! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Zuhören! Ihre Befehle?
They didn't get across there.
Achtung! Zuhören! Zuhören!
Is that a flamethrower supposed to be there? You know, there's lots of problems with the Tsarist situation. I totally agree. It wasn't just like the one thing, but still.
Ihre Befehle?
Yeah.
Ausrücken!
Okay, now that we've got two of these guys,
Angetreten!
you attack there, supported by
Achtung!
these guys. organized. You attack. You attack. Alright, you support this attack. And you join it. No, well, no, whoa, no. You support. You join. I hate the way that works at times. You attack. You support. Okay, so we're doing fairly well up here. Say fairly well.
Angetreten. Achtung. Achtung. Befehle. Zuhören. Ihre Befehle. Ihre Befehle. Zuhören. Ihre Befehle? Befehle! Befehle?
You support. There we go. Good. That's an interesting claim. How do I put this? Monarchism is based upon several things. One is a fairly strong belief system in God, which has been eroded by many factors. Including the actions of various churches and other things. Monarchism is also heavily based on personalities as opposed to systems. So if you have bad personalities, things start and don't go well. People fall on it. Also, monarchism, in a semi-modern sense, gets tied into nationalism, and that has various shifting elements. I don't think monarchism is dead by any means. It is dormant now as a philosophy that's popular. I would say that there is still a depth of respect. Now, of course, Alex, you're an American. We Americans have non-monarchist beliefs, of course, so that is very apparent to us, and the way we think. But I wouldn't say that as a standard, always true kind of thing. At least that's my sort of view of it.
Ausrücken! Befehle? Zuhören!
Okay, you continue to crush this pocket. You support this attack on the Greeks or whoever those are.
Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle? Zuhören!
Ah, more ship production. Heavy cruisers, destroyers. We use a few more destroyers. Getting in a few more. Guess we snag some ports here. There we go. And we could use some more oil, so we have plenty of trading abilities. Take the capital. Okay. Okay. Elections of 1942. Today, the German people will elect their representatives to the Reichstag. Elections have been tightly fought, and the results are awaited with much anticipation. The fate of several parties, and of course the Kaiserreich itself, could be decided today. If the Social Democrats manage to secure enough votes, the realist wing of the Social Liberal FVP will form a coalition with them. Another possibility would be a coalition of nearly all liberal and bourgeoisie parties against the old KDP, led by the beloved Lion of Africa, von Lettow-Vorbeck, or the DKP could once again get a comfortable majority. Okay, I think we're going to stick with our current authoritarian politics because we're doing so well under them.
Befehle? Befehle? Befehle?
Fight your way across that river. Okay. A new Reich Chancellor, von Papen, is doing a fine job, or Heinrich Brüning. Points a person who's liking. I think we're going to continue with von Papen. Let's. Hey, thanks for following the channel. I really do appreciate that. Heinrich Brüning, Silent Workhorse, Happy Amateur Authoritarian. Nope, we're gonna stick with von Papen. Keep the same government, they say, or same party. Okay. these guys can. And thank you also for following. Anybody else hasn't? You can also subscribe if you haven't already to my YouTube channel. Lots and lots more stuff is there.
Bereit.
Support that attack. Your air power is hitting them. I mean, we're going to cross there and then push more, but we're doing pinning attacks here as well.
Achtung.
You attack there. Okay, we've got this city and it's held. You
Zuhören.
strike there. You guys come up to here.
Befehle. Angetreten.
Start that attack and support it.
Angetreten. Befehle. Ausrücken.
You support from across the river. So there we go.
Achtung.
Drive around in a loop there and sweep up some provinces quickly before they can react to it.
Bereit.
There we go. Okay, we've got these guys here now. Let's get up to here.
Achtung. Ausrücken.
Okay, now that these guys are here,
Angetreten.
we're
Ausrücken.
going to attack with them and them. These guys we're going to attack up here. Oh, you know something we've totally been forgetting? There's down anything going on down here. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Thought there was something breaking out. Oh, it was Madagascar that I decided not to do that. No, I disagree about the monarchy maintaining a status quo. Because if you look at monarchy, you can see, because when I look at this, I'm looking at it a very historically based viewpoint. I'm looking at like Alexander the Great or Napoleon. They weren't status quo monarchs. So you can have dynamic change there. You have the whole Habsburg monarchy that was a constant growth monarchy. You know, it grew and it shrank over time, most assuredly. You know, it comes out of, you know, Vienna, basically, and grows and eventually gets the Spanish Empire as well, and then eventually, because of lack of direct male lineage situations, you have the Bourbons coming into Spain, so it does contract. But then you have the Austro-Hungarian Empire continue to expand. So, shifts around. Hey, Arno. Yep, early stream today. I decided to get going earlier. Oh, well, okay. In the modern world, we have... like I say, there's a lot of reasons in the modern world monarchy has, as an ideology, has retreated, and the biggest one was the disaster of the First World War. And I would say the modern world includes 1900 and more recently. So you have the Austro-Hungarian Empire trying to expand into you know, the Balkans here. That's touches off because of the Serbian reaction to Austrian pressure, the assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand. You have touching off of World War I. So you have that expansive monarchy. Yeah, I would say the Tsarist monarchies have, including through to the 20th century have always been expanding primarily east, though into Poland and other places. So you have the Tsarist monarchy, and if you roll back slightly more, you have the Hohenzollern monarchy expanding into the German Empire, forming, what was that, 1871? Somebody correct me who knows that better. The Hall of Mirrors, in the Palace of Vienna, proclaiming the creation of the German Empire. And also in the 20th century, you have the British monarchy expanding into particularly former Turkish territories through the League of Nations mandates into Palestine and other places. So you've had that, and periodically if you look in the 19th century, you have the rise of Napoleonism, basically under Napoleon III, switching off with the re-rise of Bourbonism, monarchism, and they were mainly expansionistic in colonial things, including the under Napoleon III use of a puppet Austrian monarch who gets shot, because you got to really understand the Austrian situation. When you killed Archduke Ferdinand, the successor to the throne, they had already lost Maximilian, who had been sent out to be Emperor of Mexico, who was sent out sort of by the French, but who was an Austrian. No, I'm doing a long stream hopefully today, aren't I? Right. So you have, and that's 19th century, whether you consider that modern. It's definitely not post-World War I. You have, Archduke Ferdinand's monarchy expanding into the Mexican states. But all of that sort of gets discredited for various reasons. Like I was saying, lack in belief in the church, as well, church reactions, but in religion. You have the great slaughter of World War I. You do have the rise of new utopianist ideology. Hey, we will, through communist revolution, we'll give you utopia, or through national socialist revolution, we'll give you utopia, or through the fascist revolution, we'll give you utopia. So you get these utopian ideologies. You've already had, shall we say, liberalism, or whatever you want to call it, of a laissez-faire system in the United States already sort of happening long before that. I mean, back to our founding. So, but you have the idea, monarchies are that way. Now, if you're looking at monarchies in this idea of the current Spanish monarchy, the current Swedish monarchy, the current Belgian or Dutch monarchy, yeah, they're sort of status quo kind of, make sure the nation's going fine. We're going to just, show up to open parliament or whatever the local constitutional role is. Unless, of course, there are, because most of those monarchies are going to have a, whether it's explicit in the Constitution or implicit in their actions, the abilities to go, hey, things are really messed up. Thanks for following. Things are really messed up in our country. We need, the monarch needs to come in and try to settle disputes between battling political factions. I think that is implicit, and different country, and it's country by country, constitution by constitution, as well as national feeling by national feeling. Whether, I don't know, the Swedish monarch can step in if there is, political chaos and no party has more than, I don't know, 20% of the vote, and it's really factionalized and the country's not doing well. How much the monarch can sort of step in to set up a cabinet to sort of run the government while you have a fractured parliament. Again, I don't know the situation, both legalistic and what would be the, shall we say, moral imperatives in Sweden particularly, if that were to be the case. I don't think that's going to be the case, but that is sort of what a lot of these countries that still have monarchy today sort of look at as their monarch, as sort of like, hey, if everything's going to hell, the monarch can sort of step in, be sort of a, arbiter. And so they still have a reserve of respect. And so in the very recent things, you're right, Alex, it is sort of a stability factor. But there's a lot more deeply there, and I think in the future we're going to see a more rise of monarchism. That just may be me. And this is a good moment that we're going to not end the stream, so nobody go anywhere unless you've got it or want to. Just going to end the episode here. So I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank you for liking the videos. I really do appreciate that. And, of course, please post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas. I love hearing from you. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.